Welcome to the City Show. Pat O Melia here. You there? Because that's why I do this show, because you're there. You wouldn't be there if you didn't want to watch the show. You didn't want me to educate you a bit, inform you, maybe entertain you a little bit. That's what I'm here for. Don't forget all the things on the bottom of the screen. Facebook, YouTube, live stream. Download the app on live stream. We archive all our programming there. And as we come out from under the COVID cloud, we'll start picking up the programming again. We got Hennis coming back pretty soon. Start bringing back some of the shows we had to put on hiatus because of COVID. Johnny should be back in April. This week is Restaurant Week till the 20th. Try to go out. If you can't go out and eat, at least order something. My list for Restaurant Week was the Central Wok, Chinese food on Central Avenue. One of my favorite places. The Blimpie Base on Central Avenue. Best Blimpie, always been the best Blimpie in Jersey City and Hoboken. You know, they got that other Blimpie on Newark Avenue by the courthouse. But the Blimpie Base on Central has changed their bread. Burger King, only because I like my order is never right there. No matter how many times I go there, they never get it right. What is so hard about no pickle, no ketchup? I'm asking you to do less. Just don't put any pickles or ketchup on my Whopper with cheese. Yep, never fails. Get it home, pickles, ketchup. And a bacon and egg on a bagel. Actually, two of them. At Wonder Bagel on Central Avenue. That is my list that I will accomplish. All that before they actually kind of accomplished some of it already. Before the end of Restaurant Week. So please try to go out. If you can't go out and eat out, order, but try to spend some money on these restaurants in Jersey City. COVID and the inflation is really tough. We're going to break for commercial. We'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, certified parts and service located at Route 440 and Communipaw Ave, is your #1 source for Ford and Lincoln automotive needs. We use certified Ford Motorcraft products to keep your Ford running in top shape. Motorcraft parts are backed with the Ford warranty, which includes a 2-year unlimited mileage guarantee. Our team will have the right Motorcraft part to ensure the best performance from your Ford or Lincoln. You can order in person at the parts counter or online. Let us help keep your Ford or Lincoln in the best shape at Stevens Jersey City Ford.
We're back. City Show, Pat O Melia here. You there? Topics for today? We're going to go in big on the city school budget. They were cut another $68 million. Actually, I got 3 pages of notes. I don't think I ever had 3 pages of notes. So it's going to be a couple segments. The city council took some actions last week. I want to go over that. And we got quick hits, but let's get into the city budget. The city school budget, I should say. Actually, I could probably get 3 segments out of that. The state announced their various school funding. Hudson County, some did well, some did bad. Bayonne got more money. North Bergen got hit for 4% cut. Jersey City suffered a 27% cut. We're kind of a victim of our own success here. But either way, we have to do something about this. Now, the budget, the school budget funding, the funding for the school budget was cut $68 million for 2022. There is $128 million coming from the American Rescue Plan. I don't know when that'll come in, but believe me, they'll probably already have spent it by the time it gets in there. If this $68 million isn't addressed, that'll probably equate to about a $2,000 a year property tax increase. Last year's budget was $814 million for the Jersey City school system. There was an absolutely Zippo attempt to cut the budget. For that matter, they boosted the budget by about, I think it was around about $40 million. There will be a time in the not so distant future without some sort of intervention to get a handle on the Jersey City school budget, the percentage of your tax bill will probably be 70%, 75, maybe 80% of your tax bill will be the school budget. And that will be disastrous. Jersey City, the city itself has a budget of $612 million. That, you've seen the budget meetings and people yell and scream and they battle over it. But there is a degree of transparency in that. For that matter, Philip's trying to even change a few other things. The school budget is $814 million as it sits right now. That gives Jersey City a combined budget of like $1.426 billion. That is a ton of money. That is a heavy burden on the property owners here, the taxpayers of Jersey City. What needs to be done, the school system's books have to be open. We have to know, the residents of Jersey City, the property owners of Jersey City, have to know the actual cost and expenses of the Jersey City school system. The city has to send in a team of forensic accountants. If we have to bring them in from another city or another county or another state, put them in a hotel or something. Whatever we have to do, do it. So there's nobody saying there's some political intrigue here, there's insider, we got accountant firms. No, you get them wherever you want to get them from. Send them in there and let's go over the books. Find out why this is costing so much. We need to make sure we're not wasting good money throwing it at bad money. There's some people are probably going to go do time that were employed by the Jersey City school system for hiring people and for donations and telling the people, well, we'll pay you this. Nobody ever pays attention to that. There's probably more than that one person that would have been a real estate attorney for the school system. There's probably a lot of that. Nobody will pay attention to you and the expense you have in the school system. We need to make sure there aren't some of those who already got through there. You keep increasing the school tax, and we imposed a property tax in Jersey City. We're doing shared services between the city and the school system, but nothing works. It keeps going up, the budget. The budget keeps going up, and the funding keeps going down. And there's no attempt to try to get a correlation between the funding and the budget. Like I said, I think it was last year, they actually raised the budget $35, $40 million. Now, we're talking cuts. Cuts are coming every year, but yet they raised it. And guess what? They're going to do it again. For you, the Jersey City and the property owners here, you need to know the true cost of the Jersey City school system. You need to know who's getting checks. You need to know why they're getting those checks. All right, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care.
The latest clinical trials.
Researchers working to find a cure.
And nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. We're back. The City Show. We're talking about the Jersey City public school system, its budget, and its funding, and how it relates to you. With an $814 million budget for 30,000 students in the system, that brings the cost to per student in Jersey City for roughly around $27,000 and change for each kid. Now, we also have a studio in Ocean County, Seaside Heights, not far from Toms River. Toms River is a mini Jersey City. What happens in Jersey City happens in Toms River. For that matter, most of the people from Toms River are Jersey City people. I don't need 6 degrees of separation to find Jersey City. I'll find it in 2. Everybody's parents are from Jersey. Everybody has a connection to Jersey City and Toms River. Toms River has a very good school system. They have about 16,939 students. The difference between their funding per student, the cost per student, is $16,939. There's a difference of almost $10,000, actually a little more than $10,000 a student. That equates to $30 million a year. Well, actually, no. 10,000 times 30,000 students is $300 million difference. Why is it costing $27,000 and change to educate a student in Jersey City when it's costing a little less than $17,000 in Toms River? And, those kids are going to college, they're becoming doctors and lawyers and, whatever trade they're doing that in the school system down here. They're just as well educated as all kids in Jersey City, just that it's about $10,000 less a year. Why? We need an answer to that. And it's not like, property values in Toms River, were dirt cheap. They're expensive here too. So there's something we need to look at here. The pressure is going to be on Mayor Fulop. Now, the buck stops with Fulop. The average person doesn't realize that Mayor Fulop has absolutely no control over the Jersey City school system. He has none. That has to change. The city of Jersey City and its mayor and council have to have some say and sway with the school system. The school system just can't keep cranking out, $1,000, $2,000 a year tax increases. We need to get a handle on that budget. We need to get a handle on the expenses, or there will be no semblance of affordability in Jersey City. Forget about it. There will be no affordable housing in Jersey City. Now, Fulop offset the increase from last year. I think the school jacked it up $1,200. Fulop managed to cut the school budget $1,200. He's not going to keep being able to do that because it's impossible with how the Jersey City school system operates, where they just keep throwing more expenses and more expenses on. We need to get that handle. And the pressure's on Fulop. He's going to have to respond. And it's more than just a city problem here with the schools. Now, it has to start somewhere. We need to look at the Jersey City school system. But it's really a state, county, and city problem. There has to be a line drawn somewhere. Somewhere the fight has to start. May as well be Jersey City. But statewide, there are 686 school districts. There are 564 municipalities. There were 565, but 2 merged. Out of all the shared services and mergers, only 1 has occurred so far. We need to cut out the school districts because there's superintendents in all those school districts. There's deputy superintendents. There's assistant superintendents. There's all sorts of redundancy 686 times. And that costs the state. That's an expense. That's an overhead. And that has to be addressed. There are 21 counties in New Jersey. There should be 21 school districts. Simple as that. The redundancy has to be eliminated. There is no freaking reason we need 686 school districts in New Jersey. Maybe we need to question who should be paying school taxes, because that's an interesting question as to why it's a society thing. Well, it's good for society. Everybody pays the school taxes. Well, why are you paying for what you don't get? And should businesses pay school taxes? They're not putting any kids in the school system. They're a business. Should childless couples or single people pay school taxes? They don't have any children. Why are they paying school taxes? Seniors, their kids are gone. They're off on their own. Why are they paying school taxes? Doesn't make sense. You know, and parents who send their kids to private school, why are they paying public school taxes? Doesn't make sense. All right, we're going to break to a commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians. A partnership with Rutgers Health. The latest technology and medical advancements and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back, City Show. Pat O Melia here. I didn't know where to stop there for a moment. Well, who should be paying? Not-for-profits are exempt. You know, your churches, your not-for-profit organization, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, you know, whatever religious organization, whatever school, you know, whatever was set up that is a not-for-profit. The Jehovah's Witnesses on the Stanley Theater, the Landmark Lowe's. There are a lot of properties that don't pay property taxes. I think in Jersey City they're called, I forget, I did a piece on this. I think Class 15s, Class 15Cs, there are like 800 of these organizations or operations, you know, that don't pay property taxes. Well, why wouldn't a not-for-profit not pay a property tax when a business does? That doesn't make sense. Whoever is utilizing it, the schools, should be paying. I know that's an expense, but, you know, the system that we use right now has been in place forever on how we fund schools. Just that it's becoming so friggin' expensive now. This is not like it was in the 50s. This is hugely different 70 years later, but we have the same formulas. There needs to be an overhaul. The school funding mechanism has been in place forever. On April the 7th, we're bringing back meeting with the mayor. We started it, and then COVID reared its ugly head again. We're going to have Fulop in. We're going to have Jimmy Davis from Bayonne, Nicholas Sacco from North Bergen. Brian Stack will finally make an appearance in the studio. All part of it. On the 7th, I am definitely asking Mayor Fulop about the schools and how we're going to fund these, because there will be no affordable Jersey City unless we get some sort of a handle on it. Let's go over to the Jersey City City Council. I didn't go last week, but I watched the YouTube recording of it. I don't know why we're making a big issue about streaming it at home. There are only like 8 people in the council chambers, and most of them were police. They were there supporting, I guess, the police department on purchasing the Rook, which we did purchase, by the way. The Jersey City Council, they still got all the plexiglass up. It's all, you know, we're talking about streaming these things live. This is awful camera work. You know, Sean is trying to do the best he can. He's the cameraman. You know, there needs to be an overhaul there. If you're going to stream this live, you need somebody doing switching. You need a real switcher and video streamer. You need camera people moving back and forth where you don't have disembodied voices. You know, Sean's there trying to manage the meeting, and he's also working the cameras. Just go in person. But one of the problems going to person is no friggin' place to park down there anymore. Everything we build down in downtown Jersey City is on a parking lot. Jersey City Council, they awarded themselves 29% raises. That ain't too bad, because you got a 29% raise, didn't you? No? Oh, should have ran for office. Now, I don't begrudge these guys getting money. Being a city council rep is a very difficult job. But they went from $60,000 to $85,000 with an extra $5,000 bump for the city council president. 3 of the council members did vote against it. Council at large, Amy DeGeese, Ward E Councilman James Solomon, and Ward F Councilman Frank Gilmore. The rest of them voted in favor. Again, it is a tough job being a ward council rep. council at large is probably the easiest freaking job you have in Jersey City, because you're going either to your ward council or you're going to the mayor. I don't know anybody who's ever said, I got to talk to that council at large person. We got an issue here. Nobody does. So when we're talking about raises for council people, I could see giving the ward council people raises, but the problem is, it is not the atmosphere economically right now for government officials to get raises. The sad thing is, it is never the right time to give a government official. Everybody's going to say, oh, no. I don't have a problem with ward council reps getting a raise. I think I have a problem with council at larges getting a raise, because they don't really do a hell of a lot. And the other thing is, if we're paying you $85,000 a year, I know it sounds like I'm against my council people. I like all these council people. I've known them for years. If you're getting $85,000 a year, and as you keep saying, it's a full-time job, then you can't have another full-time job. Because if you're working full-time in the day somewhere, you're not working full-time for me. Now, you know it's a 24/7, 365 job. Everybody kept stating it. If you have full-time employment somewhere else, then there's an issue with us paying you, the city, the property tax owners and the residents, a full-time salary to be a council person. You got to make a decision. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. Pat O Melia, sound like I'm beating up these guys. Nah, yeah, Denise Ridley, many times in the studio, mirroring, always in the studio. Got to start bringing it back in. Richie Borgiano, long time friend of mine. You know, Danny Rivera, friend of mine. You know, all these guys are great. You got to look at, if you're taking full-time pay, you can't have another full-time job. One of the positives that came out of this meeting, and normally I'll read the agenda, but I did not read the agenda for this meeting, is my old friend, John Cebarowski, a great Jersey City guy, passed on about 2 years ago. You know John best. He was on the planning board, but you know John as one of the best Christmas decorators that Jersey City's ever had. He's won the John Cebarowski, well, he won it 15 times, I think, before we named it, the John Cebarowski Jersey City Best Christmas Decoration Home Contest. Johnny is well-deserving of the honor. What Jersey City is going to do, they're going to name part of Columbia Avenue where John lived. He lived at 274 Columbia Avenue, a section of Columbia Avenue, John Cebarowski Way. And I think it's an excellent idea. It'll be one of the unique times with putting Cebarowski up on a sign, where Cebarowski, the sign will be longer than the block. So congratulations. Great job by the city council. Great job by the Cebarowski family. I wish I had known, because that I would have made a personal appearance at the city council for. But usually I do read the agendas. I just didn't read it this time. Legal weed. Smoke some doobies. Legal weed is coming to North Bergen. North Bergen, New Jersey, Mayor Sacco and commissioners, also he is state senator, Nicholas Sacco, they have issued 2 retail recreational marijuana licenses. And both of the licenses were issued on Tunley Avenue. 1601 Tunley Avenue and 6901 Tunley Avenue. And in the press release that I read, it said each location is north of 43rd Street. The other location is south of 43rd Street on Tunley Avenue. You know what else is on 43rd and Tunley Avenue? My studio. So I am in the heart of the weed market for North Bergen. I want to get me some weed. I just got to walk out the block, make a quick left, make a quick right, and I get me some cannabis. That's what they're calling it. Who the hell would they call that cannabis? That's marijuana, man. Get some weed. Get me some weed. You know, North Bergen, again, as I've said many, many times with mayors who are elected, whatever Nicholas Sacco does today, you do tomorrow. Sacco and the commissioners realize in North Bergen, you're going to have to deal with all the nuances of legal weed. It's going to be, and people are going to smoke it in North Bergen. So you may as well benefit of it. The township should benefit. You know, Jersey City, at first, Mayor Fulop was against cannabis, selling weed in Jersey City. But he came to realize, you know, people are going to smoke weed in Jersey City. I'm going to have to deal with all the negative of weed sales in Jersey City. We may as well benefit from it. And Hoboken is also about to issue some retail licenses. But North Bergen beat everybody to the punch. And both of these places are right by my studio. I should bring these guys in. Bring a couple dime bags in, you know what I mean? Speaking of North Bergen, Anthony Venieri, he is the chairman of the Hudson County Commissioners. I think he's been the chair there, I guess, about 6-7 years now. Also the owner of Venieri Funeral Home in North Bergen on Kennedy Boulevard. Great guy. He is going to run to be chair of the Hudson County Democratic Organization. Amy DeGeese, who is now the council at large in Jersey City, she's going to step down when she's... How many jobs has Amy won? You know, she's the school teacher, council at large, and the headache of being the HCDO chair is probably not one of the ones she needed. So, and also, I believe she's about to get married pretty soon, so she's got a lot on the table. Last thing she needed was the chairmanship for the HCDO, dealing with the 12 kings of Hudson County. So, good for Amy DeGeese. She can concentrate on being a city council person. Anthony Venieri has the full support of all 12 of the mayors, or as we call them, the 12 kings of Hudson County. So there shouldn't be any controversy here. Bayonne, I touched base with both Sharon and Mayor Davis, Sharon Nordowski and Mayor Davis, about April the 28th at 6 p.m. There is a third candidate, a Dr. Brown. I got to get in touch with him. We will be doing it live in the studio, April the 28th, 6 p.m., and we'll upload it the next day on Optimum. We can't broadcast live on Optimum. They don't have the technology yet. And we'll probably do a Union City debate, just that only Mayor Stack is running for mayor. All right, I'm out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.